What's up, guys? I'm out here with Senior, and it's finally starting to warm up out here a little bit. You can see there's nothing really growing yet. This is all kind of dead still, and we're hoping to catch these bass before they drop their eggs, and that's when they're gonna be big. So fingers crossed, we're gonna try to get on a couple nice ones today. So there's fresh moss that just grew, but what I'm starting off today with is a nice black and blue jig right here. Got a little trailer. I dyed the tips blue and I put a little dash of red on just the edges, try to make it look a little more visible. The water clarity here, it's probably, what do you say that is, like 5 inches? Yeah. 6 inches probably. At most. That's just because I'm using black and blue. But we're just flipping around. No, I don't have the most ideal setup for flipping and pitching, but it works because, you know, we fish Lake Mead a lot, and like so I'm using 12-pound fluorocarbon. Got a medium heavy 13 fishing Omen, like Omen 2 Omen black rod right here with the Concept C reel. So hopefully that works out. We keep getting bites left and right, left and right. First bass of the day right here. No wonder. That explains a lot. Definitely. Look at his teeth. Cool little guy though. Ate the black and blue jig right there. So you going back. Tell your grandma to bite the hook. Yeah, he's putting one heck of a fight though. Getting rusty when it comes to boat flipping. Nice healthy bass. He put one heck of a fight though. I thought I had a monster. Yep, so we're gonna let him go. Beautiful. Number 2. Yep, number 2. Oh, one of my claws fell off of my chigger. Another little guy. Let's go ahead and just throw him up real quick. That guy's got cool patterns on him though. See the colors? Nice little bass. And let him go. Looking for bigger ones here. A heavyweight, it's usually pegged. They put a, I got another one. What the? There's a little school right there. I got that one on the GoPro. I was literally jigging it up and I was about to pull it out of that hole and he came up. I saw him bite it. I don't know if the GoPro got it. Little guys though, I don't know what's up. These are some little guys biting. See, these islands right here are usually what I catch my most fish on. I feel like if there's a really big secluded chunk. Gosh dang, this jig keeps getting caught in everything. So all we're doing is getting these jigs and Texas rigs and flipping them around these weeds. Just flip them in the weeds. Let them sink to the bottom, give them a couple jigs. If nothing, you know, you can reel it in, reflip. This water's pretty darn muddy too, so they're not gonna see your boat like they would in, you know, at Lake Mead or any clear water. So, you know, you can cast literally. You can flip 2 feet from your boat. That's how I catch a lot of the fish actually, like right there. I just, if my rod's not tangled, what the heck? Helps if your rod's not tangled, but literally a lot of times because this water's so muddy, you could just flip super close to the boat, and I mean, it works. These bass, they like don't get scared or something, and I mean, I just dipped it like right next to the boats before, and I've caught them. You can go flip it out little ways, you know, you let it sink a little bit to the bottom, give it a couple jigs. You don't need to let it sit there forever. This, I fish this more fast-paced. I know some people that fish it slower when they're jigging, but me, I like to keep pretty fast paced because I don't feel like sitting there forever trying to jig something in, unless I'm fishing this more open water, which I will sometimes. In that case, I cast it out there, once again let it sink to the bottom, and just jig it in. I usually won't let it sit very long either. I'm getting a bite out there, feels like. Something bring it in. Yeah, I got one. Yeah. Right when I was, see, that open water, I was just demonstrating to you guys right there. Boom, got a fish on it.
Alright, I'm gonna have to change. Okay. Show them the
difference. He's peeing.
Show them the difference between ours. I'm using the red, he's using the blue, and he's caught, what, 8 or 9?
6, probably. I've hooked like 8 or 9, caught like 6.
So this right here, I've caught 0. Time to switch.
Yep. So, you know, if people are catching fish on your boat, or on the boat, or on the edge, anywhere you are, catching a lot of fish, and you're not catching nearly as many as them, you know, maybe it's time to switch. Now, general rule of thumb that Senior and I like to do is we won't fish the exact same bait at the same time. Well, at least when we first start. Maybe if the day goes in and they're not biting nothing but that bait, we'll fish the same thing. But, you know, we fish similar baits or drastically different baits just to see what these fish are doing, what they're biting, what colors they're liking, and kind
of zero it down to
narrow it down to what they're biting and everything, and you guys can kind of create, I'll call it a plan off of that, and catch more fish. Look at this little guy. Your jig was a lot bigger than mine, so they couldn't.
Try purple.
We got that blue spike it marker. You can color some blue in there if you want to.
I'll throw something.
Yeah, I just, on my trailer, I dyed the claws completely blue and the tips red. These bass right now, it's weird. In this lake, really too, we're actually catching a lot of small guys right now. But in this lake, you'll go long stretches without catching single fish, and then you just hit little schools, like little areas where they just like to hang out, and you know, you'll be flipping around and catch a bunch. Got another one. See, look at that. Little school of little fish. Need a bigger one. He bit it when I was just about to pull it in. There he goes. Released himself. Change of color, huh?
Change of color within like 5 casts. This guy comes out, so.
Little guy.
Purples, blues.
That's like a bluish purple tint to it. You got a little, what color trailer?
Bluish with purple sparkle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they're liking that blue.
It's like a peanut, that's like a gel. I think they call it like jelly or something. I don't know for a fact.
Jelly?
Yeah. Senior with another one. That one's a little bit better, huh?
Yeah. Let me see. Ah, quit shaking, quit shaking. There we go. Yeah, he's not too bad.
He's got a big head on him. It's a male.
He's pretty nice.
Yep. Another one. Oh, let me film my phone. My phone's legit not working right now. There we go.
Just reeled in another one.
That's 2 casts in a row, same spot.
Yeah, we're on them now.
A little bit nicer. They're starting to get a little bit bigger and bigger. It's a good hook set. Nice one.
It's pretty good. Big mouth on him. And he's gone.
There's multiple in there, because that first one, we got a fish stuck here. Gosh, come on, there we go. This is number 12?
Yeah.
Too good. There we go. Another little guy. Seen you caught a fish. He was adjusting the trolling motor and didn't even realize until he started reeling in for next casting. Bam. Tangled in the weeds.
There he is.
Splash in my mouth.
There he is. Nice little bass.
So although I like using this black and blue jig here, it's not really a flipping jig. It's mainly for more open water. So because of that, it keeps getting stuck on literally everything I cast it into. What I'm actually going to do now is tie on a Texas rig. Brown bullet weight. So you put that in front of your hook. This is a trocar worm hook right here. You run the line through twice. Pretty much the beginning of a shoe. Run it through. Put this loop over and slide down. That's all it is. That probably was the worst description of a Palomar knot ever, but oh well. A lot of people will actually cut their line at their knot super close. But I mean, if the fish didn't see the last 100 yards of your line in the water, he ain't gonna see that little nub of it. So you can cut it off with a healthy little chunk. So stuff just got real right now. These are what I'm gonna use. A 12-inch culprit worm right here. Hopefully this thing, you know, they say when you use big baits, you're gonna catch bigger fish, so I don't plan on catching as many, but we're catching little guys right now anyways, and I have a feeling they're gonna mess with it, but here we go. Make it weedless. There we go. A 12-inch worm on 12-pound test, hoping for a 6-pounder in weeds. What can go wrong? I don't know. Let's see. Dang, snake. We're trying to get him to eat a snake here. The 12-inch worm strikes. He felt bigger. He was pulling drag, but I barely got the fight on camera. 12-inch worm strikes. That's all I gotta say about it. Let's see here.
Wow.
That'd be a cool picture, huh? Get a picture with the worm hanging out of his mouth so I can put that on Instagram. Well, as it's supposed to, it caught the biggest fish of the day, huh? Alright.
Yeah, that worm's just as long as he...
Yeah.
No.
Let's see. Here we go. When I felt the bite with this worm, I was almost thinking like, no way. Really? Really? That'd be a cool picture right there, huh? Just like those worms are supposed to do, produces the biggest fish so far of the day. Huh? What do you say?
Yeah,
2
nice
1/4? 2.5?
Yeah, it's
Right,
pretty good.
2.5. 2.5 pounder right here. Culprit, 12-inch worm, ribbon-tailed worm. A watermelon with red flake. Bam. Nice fish. I guess little bass like it too, huh? That same cast, when I was casting, I was like, what if I catch a 7-pounder with this worm? The worm's longer than him. Look at that.
Oh,
That should be a cool picture. That is definitely the best catch of the day right there.
it's time to go.
Look at that. He choked it too. Look at that. Hold him sideways. Or hold him so you can see it. Oh yeah. Alright guys, so we caught quite a bit of bass today. Nothing really big like we were hoping for, but we caught some nice ones. I don't know, it's been funky. The bite was real funky today. The weather's been kind of weird lately. So I think the weather has something to do with it, but you know, we will be back and hopefully we can catch some big ones. But once again, we had a great time. You know, it's always good to try out a new bait. I caught 2 bass today on a 12-inch worm, you know, little fish too. One of them was really small, I would have never guessed. But it's always good to try out a new bait. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you outdoors.